Hello everyone, Steven from GunplayGamer.com here. Here to actually do a time-lapse video on me building the LEGO Ghostbusters Lego Ideas Ecto-1. It actually comes with all four minifigures of all the guys from Ghostbusters 2. Comes with, as we know, this is mostly the Ghostbusters. It comes with Winston, Venkman, Egon, and Ray, and it's pretty much really nice, really nice kit. So let's just get right down to it. Just to let you know, this was my first time using the time lapse on my iPhone. So didn't know actually how it did it, and it turns out it does it quite dynamically. Instead of just taking clips every intervals, like 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, or whatever. It takes one every 8 seconds, and it chooses whether to keep that frame or not, whether it's the same or anything like that. So it does it dynamically. So basically, you can do something for like an hour, and then it'll give you a 30-second video. And then it'll speed it up. Okay. So through initial testings, I actually didn't realize this because I was just testing on small scale. But here we are, pretty much the entire build of it, and it took like roughly. I actually did 2 different ones. On my test, I actually built the minifigures along with the stand that came with, which turned out to be like 25 seconds, which took me like 5 or 6 minutes to do. Then I was like, okay, that's 25 seconds, so me building the car should take, would time lapse probably a few, like 3 minutes or so. Anyways, let's get right down to it. Here's the video. I will do also a review of the car and of the figures after the time lapse. So here we go. I did tell you guys that was quite fast. Pretty much if you blink, you missed it. I was actually quite upset when I first did it because I built the Ecto-1 slower than my usual LEGO set to actually get the best frames possible. I'm actually testing another time lapse app to see actually if this one does it well or anything like that. Anyways, let's get right down to the review. Okay, here is the Ecto-1 in all its awesome glory. It really does look like it really well. Let's see, focus. But it looks like it very much like the movie. It is really nicely done. They did a really nice job. This is actually based on a LEGO Ideas creation. What LEGO Ideas is pretty much fans create LEGO sets and then submit them actually on their LEGO Ideas website to LEGO, and if it gets 10,000 votes, it goes ahead of a committee at LEGO, and they say if it's actually viable to actually make the kit, how expensive it will it'll cost, how much they should charge for it, whether it'll be really hard to get the licensing, etc., etc. Basically goes through, there's been many of them, and then once it gets either approved, and then it goes forward, and then they actually start slightly modifying the submission to actually be more easily to be cheaper to build, or basically more like the car, more like the vehicle, or something like that. There's been Legend of Zelda ones, there's been Portal ones, there's been Futurama, there's been Alien, Firefly, countless things. But this car, very nicely done. Rolls really well. See? Front. The car is really nice. And obviously we cannot forget that the Ghostbusters themselves. You got Winston. You got Peter Winston. I actually keep forgetting his name from the show, from the movie. Zeedmore, Winston Zeedmore. There you go. Peter Venkman. You got Egon Spangler and Ray Stantz. They actually are really nicely done. I don't know if you can actually get. For some reason, my camera's not focusing. So, well, it says actually like on this is ES, PV, WZ, and RS on theirs. But they actually have, like, they pretty much look like them. And then they have a little proton pack right here. It looks really cool, really nicely done. Not proton pack. Totally blanking on it. The thing that catches the ghosts, the trap. They made their own proton packs, which is really nicely done. So they proton packs, and they actually are on wires, and they can hold them and everything. Really nicely done. And actually they clip onto the backpack so they can hold them. So